Hello and welcome back to the channel. We are kicking off 2020 with a bang, quite literally. So, without further ado, 1917 is written by Sam Mendes and Christy Wilson Keynes. Also directed by Sam Mendes. 1917 is a film about two young British soldiers during the First World War and are given an impossible mission to deliver a message deep behind enemy territory that will stop 1,600 men and one of the soldiers' brothers from walking into a deadly trap. The film's leads are George Mackay as Lance Corporal Schofield and Dean Charlie Chapman as Lance Corporal Blake. So guys, I'm going to say this to you, right? I didn't like the film. As a matter of fact, I fucking loved it. Just before I say anything further to you, subscribe right now because things are going to get real tasty on this channel. Real tasty. I have already seen 1917 twice, 2 times in IMAX 2D, and I have loved it, absolutely loved it. But one thing that has now taken my overall journey with this film and the way that it's created, I found out something. Now, I can't believe this. I really cannot believe this. This has just made me fundamentally just love just this film so much more. Christy Wilson Keynes. Yo, this is what? Your first feature screenplay that you've written and you produced that? Oh my Lord. Oh my. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? And you create that? I'm lost for words. Words fail me, bruv. Honestly, I've never seen anything like it. That's her first co-written film. Look, I don't know to what extent what she's written or or the context of any of the scenes, but I know she's written something that is within the film. That is nuts. Just when I thought I just couldn't love this film anymore, and I find that is actually part of the process. Insane. Words fail me. Like, all right, let's talk about the conflict that's in this film, right? And with that as well, the cinematography fundamentally plays a huge character in this film because it's designed as a one-shot take as a film. So I think that what makes it fundamentally so amazing is that when you do anything that is a tracking shot that's from behind, that kind of signals to the audience subconsciously conflict, and then when you show a forward tracking shot, whether it's moving backwards or forwards, you're signaling to the audience, or you're planting that seed in their subconscious that you as an audience member, that you are them. And I think that given with the fact that the script is so well written as well, with great character arcs and great character development, having that element of these different angles, and it's one shot where it's coming from the back, which is exuding that conflict, and the forward shots where they're going backwards or forwards, that is creating the feeling for us that we are the soldiers. And it just shows that skill of cinematography and the skill and the trademarks of good writing, they complement each other so well. And it's brilliant. This is such a transcendent, iridescent, euphoric, atmospheric film that we honestly might never see again. We might never see it again. The shots are brilliant. And let's just talk about the main co-leads, George McKay and and Dean Charlie Chapman. They gave a brilliant interpretation of acting. These were actors that didn't go away when they were learning their lines, and they weren't being stooges with this. You know, they went away with the source material, and they started straight away building their interpretations, building their characters, and you can really see it take place on screen, and it is absolutely amazing to see, you know. And another thing as well, there's cinematography in this film that captures humanity in a way that I've never seen before. You know, real humanity about about empathy, about even the water, the land, the air, captured in beautiful shots that contrast brilliantly with the conflict and the empathy of the story. Come on, man. Like it just added so many more layers to it. And I think as well, this film probably has some of the best hidden subtext exposition I've ever seen. You know, it's kind of fundamentally a writing trademark where it will show you an image. It's kind of like a mild spoiler in a sense that it's showing you something that is going to then take place later on. That again compensates with the conflict and empathy of the story. And I also really I think where you can create a great character in the character arc of individual characters, if you can get this as a writer correct, it's the finishing cherry on your whipped cream pie, so to say, or finishing tassel or the ribbon on your present, right? And if you can get that right, you have fundamentally a great film, because you need your characters to be flawed. You need that, but it's at the point of a decision. And because if they're just perfect people, then you're just watching perfect people, and people want to feel that they are human and they do make mistakes. And within this, characters make mistakes. They're human, and I just think on the whole, it's just brilliantly written. So again, cinematography, directing, acting, all A-star. But one thing else that added so much more to this was the amazing soundtrack from Thomas Newman. Just wow. The soundtrack, the Englander soundtrack, the 1600 Men soundtrack, Come Back Right to Us. I mean, honestly, at the moment now, it's a foot race, in my opinion, between Hilda for Joker and that soundtrack. And as we all know, I absolutely love that soundtrack. And it's Hilda versus Thomas Newman 1917 and Hilda for Joker. Those are the two that are in the lead that I could see pulling off, maybe winning the original soundtrack. So yeah, and I'm just speechless, man. You have to see this film, and if you can, please, if you can see it in IMAX, make the trip. I guarantee you, it will be worth your time and your money. You will walk away with a film that will stay with you absolutely forever. And 1917 is, without a doubt, I couldn't really debate with myself. I don't know yet. You know, other films are going to come, other films are going to go. But I've had time to reflect. I've watched it twice. This very may be, for myself, the best film I've ever seen. I'm not sugarcoating anything. I can't believe it. I thought that Joker was amazing, and it was the best film. I said that film was the best film of the last 10 years that I've ever seen. But this, oh my God, it's something else. You have to see it. You are doing such a huge injustice to yourself if you don't watch this film. Whether you're going to watch it standard or IMAX, you know, you be the judge with your money, I guess. But if you can, please see it in IMAX. That's the number one priority. If you can spend a couple more pounds on that crispness, that technology, do it. Please do it. It's worth it. So you already know what kind of score this is going to be for this film. 10 out of 10. I can't look for anything wrong with it. And with that being said, I may very well be doing, I have no set time as to when. I'm thinking about doing a spoiler talk because I want to know what your guys' thoughts are. So that will be coming tomorrow. Make sure you check your notifications. Make sure that you're buzzing around a little bit on YouTube, and I'm going to pop up and we can talk about, if anyone is watching this and you have seen this, we can talk about some of the great moments that are within 1917. Guys, thank you very much for liking. Click here if you want to see more. In the comment section as well, and in the description you'll see a very large array of videos on the channel. Make sure you watch them. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.